train from places south, arriving in St. Paul. The James boys, Youngers, and 4 others were answering the call. The heat was on their Kearney home, the Pinkertons closing in. They took their operations north, the James gang would ride again. Rode down the Minnesota River, passing banks and towns. The farmers' banks were wealthy and no protection round. Dressed like common businessmen, raised no concern or fear. But a guy on the street in Mankato shouted, "Jesse, what you doing up here?" Their cover blown rode out of town, headed for the east. Their destination Northfield, and secured their destiny. No one saw them coming, no man with a star. But before the day was over, went one field not too far. Came into town next morning, crossed the Cannon River Bridge. The National Bank was on the right, slightly up the Mill Square Ridge. Past a hardware store that bore a sign that read, "We sell good goods cheap." The townsfolk went about their business, unconscious of the thieves. That night they made their final plans, the approach and get away again. The next day on Division Street, tied their horses and went in. The town had no protection, no man wore a star. But before the day was over, they went one field north too far. Up from the east, whooping, shouting, shooting guns. People scattered from the street. Jesse shouted, "It's a hold up, y'all throw up your hands." And a clerk named Hayward went and slammed the vault, defiant of their plans. He said it was a time lock, Jesse said it was a lie. "You better get that damn thing open, son, unless you wanna die." Jumped in the hardware stores, grabbed the guns up on the wall, and headed for the doors. Across the bank, Bob Younger screamed at the clerks upon the floor. "Where's the cash drawer?" One jumped up and ran out the back door. Charlie Pitt spun around and shot, hit him in the wing. He stumbled down the stairs into the alley, grimacing in pain. Out front on Division Street, the riders whirling round. The gentle folks of Northfield were cutting bad men down. No one saw them coming, no man wore a star. When the James gang came to Northfield, they came one field north too far. Outside the streets were mayhem, 2 bodies on the ground. It's hard make clean getaways with bullets whizzing all around. The inside men secured the cash. Hayward dazed and nearly